Hey traders, market update time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through the power reversal method. This is amazing and help you identify when the market is likely to change trends. So click on the box above that says Power Reversal to get access now. Alright, hey guys, in this video, I want to share with you what I'm seeing in the market, but also want to share something with you that that I missed. I was talking a little bit about it yesterday as well too, but yeah, that I missed on the charts. That is really simple analysis, but it also shows you. I'm just showing you what I missed, and so I can keep remembering that moving forward when it comes to trading the markets. As you know, we're all along this journey. No one is perfect, but as long as we can say, oh look, I missed that, you know, and remember that and learn from it. And I'm going to share with you what I'm learning, you know, so you guys can continue coming along this crazy fucking journey called trading sometimes. Let's actually look at this. So the Dow Jones could pretty much a nothing day ever since the FOMC announcement. We're getting a lot of sellers late into the day, so I'm still seeing that there's going to be a pullback soon. It hasn't happened yet, and my goodness, geez, I get some flack for that on YouTube, don't I? You trolls come out of the woodworks. Nah. So anyway, so it's getting to a point where I'm not even going to read the YouTube comments anymore because they're so fucking negative sometimes. But you know, guys, yeah. Anyway, so you can see what's happening with the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones has continued to rise up, and I'm telling you right now, guys, you know, I'm having the time of my life when it comes to trading. I really am. Some trades like silver and stuff like that, you know, yeah, man, I made some juices out of that. But you know, some other really good trades, and like my private clients, they got a video this morning, an amazing trade that I'm putting on that has a potential of doing 1,000+% return, whether it goes down or up. So pretty cool, right? Anyway, let's actually move forward with this. So Dow Jones Industrial Average, you can see what's happening here. The market's gone up. The market's not pretty much nothing day there. Same for the S&P, pretty much nothing day there. Are we going to continue to step up, or are we going to hold here? So that's the question there. But what I want to share with you guys is something that is really easy to understand and really easy to see, but I just totally missed it. And I didn't miss it, I just wasn't looking for it. Why? Because I had some other bullshit in my mind. So what is that? It's just looking at the peaks and troughs, looking at the major highs and major lows. Now let me actually just do this here. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? Look at this here. Run up and a run down, and we have a run up and we have a run down. So we look at the major high. So this is the major high, major low, major high, major low, major high. That was the major low, major high, and major low. So anyway, guys, as we can see, right, and guys, I am nowhere near perfect, and I own up to my mistakes, and I think I'm the only guy on YouTube that says, you know what, man, I fucked up there. This is what I missed. But hey, guys, let me show you what I see. Let me show you what I missed. So anyway, I'm not gonna forget that again, so I can benefit my trading moving forward into next year. Next year is gonna be an amazing year for me because I guess I'm learning some of these big mistakes. I'm relearning to remember some of these things here. And I hope you guys can see, guys, I'm being real with you. I don't get every call right. Now, again, guys, you don't even see a quarter of my trades to do with my stock charts and stuff like that. But I want to share this with you, okay? I want to share this with you because I know it's really important. Let's have a look at these major peaks and troughs and let's see what's going on here. So let's actually go here. We have, let's just start here, right? We have this major high up here, and then we have a major low, and then we have a major high, right? So we have a major lower peak or lower high. Then we come down and creates like an equal peak or slight lower low, right? So who's in control right here? You have a lower peak, but you have a slight lower low, but basically a double bottom. So who's in control? No one really, right? There's no one really in control. Like, we do have this lower peak, and yeah, we had this low trough, and then it runs up, creates this low peak, drops down, and this is where I thought this was going to start to roll over, because normally this is the first sign. But here, and this is where, guys, it's important to just flow with what the overall big picture telling you. Again, guys, this is a Dow Jones weekly chart. This is what I missed, but I'm not missing it again. In fact, using this exact same tool or using this exact same technique, I found just something, something is just an amazing setup. An amazing setup as in like, I'm risking, I found a trade this morning using the exact same technique where I'm risking 1% of my account, literally 1% of my account. That's not including brokerage, by the way. It might be 1.5% of my account in total. When including brokerage. But using the exact same technique here, I found a trade where I'm risking no more than 1% of my account. If I'm wrong, I lose 1%. And if I'm right, if I'm right over, say, a few month period, or should I say, whether the market goes up a lot or down a lot in that trade using the exact same technique here, my account's likely to be up 5 or 10%, somewhere around that, just because of this one technique here. So this is the reason why I'm learning. This is what I'm doing here, guys. I'm sharing with you my fuck ups that I missed, and I'm trying to teach you guys some simple things you can apply to your own trading. So when you're looking at this, you can see what's happening here, right? Look at the peaks and troughs, back to a blank chart, and you can see what's happening here, right? So with a lower peak, then we had a double bottom here, right? So you think, okay, what's happening here? And at this time, as this market runs up, you're like, okay, we had a bit of a double bottom there. But what's this here? This is what, a higher peak. And what is this here? This is a higher trough. So who's in control right now? The buyers, right? The buyers are clearly in control. You have this higher peak, and now we have this higher trough. So if you're looking at the weekly chart, right? Weekly charts just rock out with your socks out, right? This is something, guys, I just did not, I saw, but I didn't see it properly. So I thought, okay, we have this high peak, high trough. Then the market runs up here. And again, guys, this is looking at the bigger picture. And then what's it create? It creates this higher peak. Right? It creates this higher peak. And then the market runs down. And it came down to around about, even though this market's come down, and I was doing videos back then, and guys, I'm going to own up to this. I was doing videos saying that the market's now starting to top out. Looks like it's rolling over. Looks like we're going to start to roll down. But one thing I failed to just really take an eye on, and again, guys, this has been one of the biggest lessons that I'm learning in this bullish move here, is keep an eye on that weekly chart, because on this weekly chart, we had major key areas of support, as you can see, around that $18,000 level. So it didn't matter what the daily chart was doing, it was based on the weekly chart. And as you can see, right, what happened here, right, we retraced down here, which is probably close to a 50% retracement. And as you can see, we actually held here and we ran up. Now it didn't matter what the FOMC announcement was going to be, or it didn't matter what the elections were. You can see here, right, that we had a really good chance. And I did a video yesterday saying if we broke above this 14,000 or 18,400, that we know that now the weekly chart's continuing its trend. Why? And as you can see, right, what happened here? We created what? Another high trough. And how did that happen? Well, as this market started to break back up and this weekly bar came up and we started getting a close back above sort of like 18,400, we knew this was going to make a little higher trough. So who's still in control? Higher peak, higher trough. This is now making another higher trough, right? Why would I expect anything different? Now again, guys, yes, the market could have completely turned, but you know why I expect something different? Because I was looking for something that just was not there. I was trading and I was taking some trades here. Now, thankfully, I had some really good money management and I didn't, blow myself out of the water. I only lost like a few percent of my account on those trades. I still am short right now, by the way, on that Russell trade. We'll see what happens by the end of, or by the middle of January. We'll see what happens with that. I still got like basically a month to go with that trade. But as you can see, right, guys, this is what I missed. I missed something as simple as this to say, okay, hang on, the buyers are still in control. So, guys, one thing I'm looking at now, and it doesn't matter, we may create a little lower peak, a lower trough, whatever. But, guys, unless we break right now, okay, but right now, unless we, if we drop all the way down, and we drop all the way down to here, and we break this lower trough here, that's the key area there. Right, that's the key area for me to say, okay, now the big picture is changing once again. And this is one thing, guys, I learned from my mentor early on, but I don't know why, but I just totally wasn't focusing. So I was totally focusing on the line charts, the daily charts, and look what's happening there. But this big picture was screaming at me, look, buyers in control. And the whole trend is not changing until we break these major troughs. So there's two things that's likely to happen. There's two things I'm looking at for, guys, to see if this market's going to reverse or we're just going to keep going up. If we are going to see a major topping pattern, we're going to break down, we're going to drop down, and we're going to drop past this major trough here. Or either, or if the market does, the market might continue up. I don't know. But if we're looking for a top, one thing I'm looking for is that, the thing is, guys, even if we drop down from here and we drop down all the way down to 18,000, 18,500, guess what? As long as we don't break past this high trough, then the buyers are likely to probably take it back up and bring it right back up again. But here's the thing, if we drop down through here, and then we rally back up, and now, guess what? Now we've created this higher trough here. Again, guys, this is all about flowing with the market, and something I just, again, guys, this is something that I'm kicking myself in the ass for this. I'm like, oh man, how did I miss that? This is something that I teach all the time, but I wasn't looking at the daily chart. And so, sorry, I wasn't looking at the weekly chart. So now you can see what's happening here, and the high trough. If the market runs up and we have a bit of a pullback, which I do believe we're going to get, I'm not calling for a crash. If we get a pullback and then we create another little high trough, well, now that becomes a high trough. This is high trough. So now you got, what do you have here? You have this high trough, and now this will be the high trough. And if the market then breaks down, if it breaks past this lower trough, that's the key I'm looking for. But until we break a major until we break a major trough, the trend is going to continue moving up. So even if we do get a nice 50% pullback, doesn't mean sellers are in control, or doesn't mean that the sellers are that the overall sellers in control. It's just an overall flow of the market. Again, I do expect a pullback, but not a crash. It's just based on what I'm seeing here. Okay, guys. So that's what I'm saying there, guys. Is that until we start to see a flow of movement down, this here was showing me and especially this period through here, we had this move up, and then we had this weak. We had this sort of strong period of buys, and then we had this long extended selling period, and then boom, buyers came out of the woodworks. And as you can see down here, that there's major key areas of support where this whole Dow Jones was here. And the key I was looking for, guys, within this period through here, one thing that I failed to look at, if I go to the daily chart, this is one thing I failed to look at. I was looking at, that's what the weekly chart was telling me. So the weekly chart was saying, listen, we are not breaking down yet. We are not breaking down yet, and the trend hasn't changed yet until we get this. So watch out for this. That's one thing. Again, the better I can read the charts, the better trader I'll be. I didn't read the charts properly, so therefore, I didn't get the call right. So again, guys, so we can see here. So, but one thing that I totally didn't see, guys, is, or I totally wasn't flowing with the market properly. You can see we had this low here, and we can see we had this breakdown low here. Generally, what you'll see is that the market broke down. This here was the major trough on the Dow Jones on the weekly chart. This here was likely to be another major trough on the Dow Jones on the weekly chart, right? So major high trough, major high peak on the weekly chart. So, and what happens here, guys, you can see here, as this market, and this is one thing, guys, I'm like, man, I learned so much from this move up, so I can, make a lot more money moving forward. So you can see this market, the big overall weekly chart was going to step up, and this daily chart, we had a break below these lows through here. And then, probably a lot of people got short here, and then the market popped back up through here. As the market popped back up through here, and we started getting some buyers here, this here was the key. Right here was the key for me to say, look, and we had like a little sucker seller rally. Sucker seller rally means we dropped just below the support level, and we popped back up. This here is actually a powerful reversal move on the daily chart as well. That, again, I just was not looking for. Why? Because I was trying to force what I was trying to look for on the charts. Again, guys, I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying I'm going to get every call right. I'm definitely not drinking some bipolar Kool-Aid. I'm trying to force I'm trying to force my opinion to what the mean on the charts. And guys, and that's one thing I had a coaching call with my mentor recently, and they said, if you look for something, you'll find it. If you're just looking at the say charts, what are you telling me? What's going on here? Then that's what you're going to see, right? That's what you're going to see, and that's what's going to happen. So there we go, guys. That's something that I did see that I missed on the daily chart. And guys, from my things, and this is what this channel is all about. This channel is not about me being perfect. This channel is about me not getting every call right. But this channel is all about me saying, hey guys, I'm in the markets, I'm in the trenches every day, and this is how I make 90% of my income. 10% of it comes from coaching, 90% of it comes from trading. And when I fuck up and I miss something, I'm just like, man, I missed out on that. And so when I learn something like that, I'm going to share it with you guys, so you guys can learn the lesson as well too, and you guys can become much better traders as well too. So what I was also saying is with the silver and gold, silver just got smashed today, absolutely smashed today. I did say in yesterday's video that if you look at the stochastics and look at this here, I was saying yesterday that we had these strong sells, weak buys, strong sells, weak buys. I said that that I am expecting long term for this market to go up, but short term we may get a pullback. Now I didn't expect a damn 4.5% drop, but as you can see, right, the stochastics were rolling over, and now we got a decent drop down through there. So, man, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe Harry Dent was right, because and by the way, guys, up here I remember Harry Dent calling for US dollar up. He was calling for stock market down, so I got that wrong. But he did say US dollar up, gold and silver down, and he's been right. He's been right on that, and the bipolies and stuff like that have been wrong so far. But we'll see what happens. Right, this is just a daily move down, and you can see what's happening through there. So that's basically what we're seeing on the charts, guys, and we're just flowing down, and now we're actually big selling down bar, the stochastics there. So we may be getting ready for some more follow through on that chart. So and again, guys, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to read the charts, right? What are the let's go back to the simple charts itself. And what are the charts telling me? Lower peak, lower trough, right? So the charts are telling me, and this is it, lower peak, we've had this basically peak, lower peak, and then now we formed another lower peak, right? And as long as we keep making these lower peaks, the sellers are going to stay in control. When will if the trend is going to change on the daily chart, which I still think it will, again, that long-term monthly chart and that weekly chart for me says that moving into next year we should start to see big bull movement. But going based on the analysis I just showed you guys, what is the thing we need to look for? It's like, okay, this trend is changing. What is it? We need to make what? We need to hold here, rally back up to break the highs, right? Because right now, as you can see, the sellers are knocking it down, lower peak, knocking it down, and every time the market rallies, we get this lower peaks. But if the market does rally up, and now we create a high peak, can you see how that's a trend change? Not only is that a trend change, but as you can see, this market, if the market came down here, found major support, then hit resistance, came down. Here we go. Found support, come up, hit resistance, and break back down. So you can see the flow of it. If the market does break back above this resistance and make a higher peak, now you can see the trend is changing. Make sense, guys? So there's some things that I'm looking out for. Again, guys, looking at that and looking on now those long-term charts. Let's go have a look at the weekly chart here. So this is the weekly chart. As you can see, guys, that this weekly chart has just come back down to this overall support level here. You can see that. Turn that. Phone's calling. You can see basically what's happening here, guys. So we still are this whole level through here, even all the way down to all the way down to this level right here, maybe even a bit lower than that. You can see that this sort of 1580 level is a major key area of support. So again, guys, that may be the key area to break it down. But again, what is the weekly chart showing? And this is going back to chart reading, guys. And again, guys, I must repeat myself. I am not perfect in no way, but when I make a mistake and when I miss something, I'm going to come out and say, guys, I missed something. Why? Because we're all along this journey, right? That's what this channel is all about. It's not about me being perfect. It's about me saying, you know what, guys? I'm trading the markets every day, and come along with me. And if I make a mistake, I'm going to share it with you so you guys can become better traders as well too. Lower peak, lower peak, lower peak, lower peak, and now let's make another lower peak. If we start to break up, that's when the trend is likely to change. Make sense, guys? So we'll see what happens through there. Also, looking on the gold chart, pretty much gold is continuing to go down and down and down even more. This is just really, really, really powerful, guys. And the thing is, guys, as I said before, if you look at the overall market, is that looking at gold, or look at where gold is going to. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this long term. So this is the gold. This is gold daily. And as you can see, guys, this thing has just been dropping down and dropping down and dropping down harder and harder and harder ever since, guys. And You know, it's really the next major key area is support, which it looks like it's trying to get to, which is down through there. So if I bring up the daily chart, looks like the daily chart, or this daily chart, looks like that this next key area is around that $1,200 level, guys. So the thing is, guys, is once again is that, you know, you're just looking at the market and looking at the charts itself, you can see how that when the market just keeps going like this, down and down and down, the market doesn't do this forever. And that's what I've been saying for the last few weeks. I'm expecting a pullback because this is what happens. You know, and the market hasn't pulled back. So guess what? You know, it just hasn't pulled back. So anyway, guys, that's the video for me. Here's some things that I missed. You know, guys, I'm blatantly and purely obvious. I'm blatant and I'm honest with you guys when I don't get something right. And when I don't get something right, I look back. It's like, what did I miss? Oh, look, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Why not? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm sharing a video with you, showing my mistakes, moving forward. As I said before, guys, because I'm learning these things, I did my research this morning and I found an amazing setup where I'm risking 1% of my account. You know, and whether it goes up, whether this stock goes skyrocket to the high side or it just drops through the floor, I don't care. Over the next 5 months, if we get a good 10-20% rise or 10-20% drop out of this particular stock that I'm looking at, either way, there's a really good chance I'm going to pick up between a 500 and 1,000% return on that trade, which is going to give me around about 2.5-5% return. If it really takes off, then I could see a good 5 or 10% return on my account. Now, guys, once again, what is that risk to reward ratio? I'm risking 1% to potentially have a 5 to 10% increase in my account. I'll take that trade every single day in the week. And guess what? I do, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get more free education about trading, then click on the box that says free trading course. This is a free trading course. It goes for around 12 hours long. It's about 12 videos long. Covers everything from chart reading, mindset, trading systems, money management, trade management, everything you need to get yourself ahead in the markets. And if you'd like to get my help personally, then click on the box that says get John's help and you'll be able to see how you can get my help personally. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.